Remember the headlines about unmarked graves that shook Canada in 2021? What if the definition of missing children was quietly expanded so the narrative could continue, even without solid evidence? In C2C Journal, Tom Flanagan explains how this unfolded after Kamloops. Ottawa appointed Kimberly Murray as independent special interlocutor to investigate missing children and unmarked graves. But in her report, she tried to redefine missing to include every Indigenous child who ever went through an IRS, hospital, orphanage, or youth prison, a scope so wide it could continue for decades, regardless of evidence. A chapter of Dead Wrong by Michelle Sterling critiques Murray's report, showing how her assumptions inflate the claims of unmarked graves, presenting them as widespread even though actual evidence at sites like Kamloops is limited. The report turns the investigation into a political tool rather than a search for facts. Flanagan also highlights the political forces behind the narrative. Michael Melanson, a political analyst, shows how the claims feed into the land back movement, while former Manitoba Judge Brian Giesbrecht critiques lawyers pushing sweeping genocide accusations and international investigations, despite little evidence that Canada intended to destroy an entire people. The essay notes how the term genocide has been stretched. The TRC introduced cultural genocide in 2015, replacing older terms like assimilation. Frances Widowson explains how this fuels accusations of residential school denialism used to silence critics, with Murray heavily involved. In 2022, NDP MP Leah Gazin secured unanimous consent in the House of Commons to declare the IRS system a genocide without a recorded vote. She's now pushing a bill to criminalize denying, downplaying, or justifying the system, using Holocaust denial laws as a model. Flanagan's message is clear. When definitions expand, evidence becomes optional, and disagreements risks becoming a crime. That's when Canada needs more transparency, not less. Because truth isn't something you enforce, it's something you prove. What are your thoughts on this topic? Let us know in the comments down below.